So thanks so much for joining us, Mike, from Willing to Win. It sounds like what you're doing is really aligned with our whole Willing to Win message in that we want to help empower people to take charge of their careers and to feel passionate about what they do. And as you said, when your employees are happy, then the customers are happy in terms of the engagement they might be having so closely with the individuals you're serving. So
Tara,
what's the secret sauce? How do you impart that to people so that they can really feel passionate about what they're doing?
Tara, it's been a philosophy of mine personally, and I'm very happy to say the entire Cloudwave team feels this way. And it's common sense. I imagine that above being an IT salesman or a BA, or a CEO or a software developer, you're a human being. That's number one. So catering to those needs and motivations and making that element of a person's day-to-day life happier has dramatic effects, because the rest follows. The rest are skill sets, learned. But that human element is what we try to incorporate into everything we do here at Cloudwave. As I mentioned, the portfolio of products we have, our tagline is we build software people love to use. And we really go into everything with that mantra. Internally at the staff level, we're very flexible. We hire people based on personality and motivation, and then we try to help build and develop them around a job where they're passionate and they enjoy. And then we do all sorts of fun stuff. And you mentioned the P word, this COVID pandemic we're in. We're on our third or fourth lockdown now in Sydney, and some parts of Australia are on their fifth. It's been not an inconsequential time in history, but we have we do virtual drinks nights, and we do games, and we make sure the guys are day to day happy. There's obviously flexibility on working hours, and if they have to do homeschooling with their kids, then that takes priority, and then they come back and we get the job done later in the day. It's just treating people like humans is the secret sauce.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. When we think about our relationship with work, Willing to Win is also about the fact that for many people, it's broken, right? They feel like they've just been showing up in a job that maybe they're going through the motions doing. And
Mm,
this is a unique opportunity as we move into so many more hybrid and remote work situations like you described that
mm,
already were in play, but now were for many people that they were sort of forced to embrace. How do
mm.
you suggest an employee, a person who's maybe has that trepidation about what the future of work is going to be like, how
Mm,
do we navigate that so that we can successfully take advantage of this shift in the
mm.
way that work is being carried out across the world?
Yeah, look, I guess again at a human level, I would say, keep your chin up, keep positive. We've got to keep things in perspective here that our parents and grandparents were fighting wars and going through major depressions and their own pandemics and other kind of issues. So this will pass, as far as the psychological impact, and we will get through this. What it has done is there's always a silver lining to everything, and we now know that productivity in most cases goes up from allowing people to work at home, and we're finding it's actually a bit of a balance. So, guys and ladies, at Cloudwave will maybe do 2-3 days at home when we're kind of not in lockdown, and a couple of days at the office, and that allows a really nice, the bouncing ideas off the team and working with your colleagues and creating that culture, which is hugely important. But also flexibility, less travel time, more hours in the day to take a lunch break and go for a walk the dog, pick up the kids from school, and then come back and nail your work. And again, the human element, we find that letting people dictate their own working day, it has hugely beneficial productivity gains. I guess, yeah, so my advice would be to embrace it and enjoy, take advantage of the wonderful technology we have, but also make sure you get outside and look around, breathe some fresh air, and and embrace the new world.
When you were growing up, pursuing ultimately a tech career, you said for 25 years or so, what is it that you enjoyed doing that now you're replicating in adulthood? The kinds of hobbies or skills you enjoyed
Uh,
that you now get to do as part of your daily job?
I've had a great life, really. We didn't come from much money, but when I was 10, I fought, tears in my eyes to get a Commodore 16 computer. And it was on sale. It was one of those first Evolution keyboards you plugged into the TV. And on the weekends after soccer, I would learn basic code, teach myself how to build musical instruments and spirographs and really basic things. But it was the most fun because it made me realize how important and what an incredible tool technology could be. And we're in now that amplified, into the stratosphere now, where the only limitation is your imagination, and if it's not out there, we can build it. And that whole process is actually hugely creative. It's super fun. I'm really lucky to work with some of the smartest guys in the industry day to day. So again, I'm learning constantly, and that has really fanned the flames of my and riding the wave of the cloud adoption and successful journey we've had. I will say that, you know, I think a lot of parents frown on having technology in their kids' lives, and I would say, within reason, as long as they're again getting a couple of hours running around outside, let them do it. There's this logic that they learn at a young age, and these kids are coming out with innate understanding of IT and how computer logic works and how they might be able to adopt that to the future. So, I say don't be fearful of it, embrace it, and you get a great career in IT out of it.
That's excellent. Great story. Can you tell me who inspires you? Are there thought leaders that you look to for that mentorship, others that we might want to pursue, including on a future broadcast?
Oh yeah, look, there's been quite a few. I'm incredibly lucky. Um, Paul Miglarini comes to mind. He is local country manager for AWS, ex-country manager. Just an incredible, vastly lovely human being with this deep knowledge and expertise in all things management, IT, people. I've taken a lot of lead from him, and he's still a very, very close friend of mine and mentor. Um, Tor Esman, another gentleman, he's a CEO of a company called Versant. They're AWS's largest partner. Just an incredible businessman. He's been through it all, a practitioner of driving successful culture within a business and riding this technology wave, navigating it beautifully. Um, and then look, I've had Cisco. I worked for 10 years, so a gentleman like George Giannakakis, my first manager, just hugely pivotal in shaping my approach to customers and work ethic. So huge thanks and completely in debt forever to those guys. I'll say my wife as well, because she is an absolute incredible lady, and I'd be nothing without her. She's manages this four of four children. She has her own business. She's just such a great person and business, associate and person I can look up to and go to day to day for all manner of support. So, again, hugely lucky. Count my blessings every day.